Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayshawn and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. You already know your girl is back with another video. Based on the title, you know exactly what I'm about to talk about. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and check my description box. There is a link to my Amazon wish list. Also, there is a link to my membership in case you want 2 extra story times per month. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kayshawn with 3 E's. Without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Let's go. All right, y'all. So, boom. Let's hop right into the story time. So, let me tell y'all, I don't know what be going on with y'all guys sometimes and why y'all have such high expectation for these women that y'all just meet. It's a difference between having expectations for your woman, but like a girl that you just meet, I don't understand. So anyways, let me tell y'all. One day me and Shauna, we was chilling I forgot, was we at my house? I think we was at my house and we ended up getting hungry. So, we like, okay, we hungry, let's go get something to eat. So we decided on Coney Island. Not Coney Island in New York. Not that, because every time I say Coney Island, a lot of y'all be like, what is Coney Island? It's just a fast food place. They sell like chili cheese fries, chili dogs, grilled chicken pitas, salads, like everything, right? So we like, okay, let's go to Coney Island. So, I get in my car, I drive us to Coney Island. Now, if you don't really know, majority of the Coney Islands are in the hood, okay? If we just call it a spade a spade. So, normally when we go to Coney Island, you got to be on the lookout because, it's a little ghetto, okay? But, we love the Coney Islands, right? So, well, at least the good Coney Islands is in the hood. Like, if you go to a Coney Island that's, like, in the suburbs, ain't really all that good. So, we go to Coney Island. Now, we was about to go to, 9 times out of 10, like I said, because of Coney Island is like in the hood, you really go through the drive-through depending on who you with, what day it is, what time it is. Like, all of that is in factor. But when we went like at 4 p.m. So it was light outside and everything. So when we went, it's like it was straight out of, when people get off of work and it be like rush hour traffic. So it's like everybody was getting off of work. So all the drive-through lines was like packed, right? So I'm like, we pull up and the drive-through, like the line is through, like, baby, like the line is crazy. So I'm looking because the Coney Island, is glass. So I'm looking, I'm like, it's only like 2 people inside. So I'm looking at Shauna like, yeah, we're going to go in because I'm not waiting in that drive-through line. Because a lot of times people just don't want to wait, or people just don't want to get out, so they just go through the drive-through. So I'm like, let's just go in. It's in the afternoon. Not saying that nothing bad can't happen in the afternoon, but I'm just saying, like, I prefer to go in when it's in the afternoon than I would at night. If it was nighttime and like a Saturday night, if that line was long in the drive-through, baby, I was gonna be in that line as well, because no, I'm not getting out unless I call it in. Like, if I call it in and they say my order ready, then I'll get out and hurry up and go order my food and leave back and get back in the car. But anyways, it don't matter, y'all. My bad. I just be talking a lot. Y'all know me. So anyways, I see it wasn't packed. So I'm like, okay, Shauna, let's go ahead and get out. So we get out, we go in there, we order our food and stuff. So we just weigh in and we just go in there and we just chilling for a minute. I knew our food wasn't going to take that long because I think we only got like some chili cheese fries and, it don't take that long to make that. So we just in there chilling. We just sitting there talking and stuff, waiting for our food. And this guy came in and, it's like as soon as he walked in, he like locked eyes with Shauna. And, my bestie is a baddie, okay? Like, so I'm looking at Shauna. I'm like, oh, Shauna, he looking at you because I could see him. Like, we both facing this way, just like we both facing like the doorway. We sit next to each other. So it's like we both seen him, but I see him connect eyes with Shauna. So or we both was looking that way, but I don't think Shauna was really paying attention to him. But I see him lock eyes with Shauna. So, I nudge her like, Shauna, okay, the boy right there, he looking at you, okay. I was like, he didn't even waste no time. It's like once he walked in and seen Shauna, he walked right over there to her. So he come over to Shauna, he talking to her. So he said, hey, like, how y'all doing to like both of us. But I could tell he wanted Shauna. And I'm like, okay, go best friend. That's my best friend, right? Because he was a decent looking guy, but like I knew he was Shauna type because not for nothing, Shauna like them pretty boys. Like them real, like, what's P. Diddy son name? But and it's like the stepson, the light skinned one. I forgot his name, but I might put a picture up here. Like, she like those type of boys, like them pretty boys. I really kind of like love semi-ugly, roughneck looking ones, you know what I mean? So when he locked eyes with her, like, he already came over there. They started talking and stuff. I ain't really got to go into detail and stuff about their conversation because they was having a conversation. All I know is they end up exchanging numbers, right? So when they finished kind of exchanging numbers, our food was ready. So we go up there, we get our food, they finish chopping it up and we end up leaving. So, we all talking about him in the car and she like, oh, he cute and all that good stuff. So, we all like, cool, whatever. So nothing else happened that day, right? Like that could have been like a Wednesday or something. I don't know what day that was, but the weekend came. It passed the second weekend from them meeting. Me and Shauna linked up again. This time it was like a Friday night. Sometimes when it's the weekend, we'd just come to each other's house and be like, what's on the floor today? Like, what's the plans? But we'd just show up. So that Friday, I would end up going over her house. Like, I just pulled up and I was over there chilling. So she was in the house. We just sitting there on our couch and stuff. And she was telling me, like, how she was texting. Oh, boy. We just going to call him, what's P. Diddy's son? Our stepson, Quincy. We just gonna call him Quincy because that's kind of how he looked, right? So she telling me how she texting Quincy and Quincy want to link up because they haven't linked up since they met a week or so ago. So she telling me how he want to link and he got a homeboy and stuff and then we want to go over there. So I'm down with it. So I'm like, yeah, like tell them to send an address. We could definitely pull up. So she all excited because they've been talking for that like week and a half and she really feeling him and all of that good stuff. So I'm like, I'll go be a wing woman. So, cool. So, they end up sending the address. So, it wasn't really far. It was like 20-25 minutes away. So, I'm just like, all right, we'll pull up on them. We get in the car, we leave. We head that way. The house, I remember, y'all, it was so crazy because you know how blocks have like street lights and stuff on there, right? I remember turning on this block and this block was so freaking dark, y'all. And I'm sitting there looking like, where is the street lights? Like, why does this block look so dark? I don't understand. So I really ain't want to go down that bitch, but I'm just like, okay, whatever. So when I was going down there, I'm following the GPS, but like I can't really see the addresses on the house because the goddamn block is dark. And I feel like since somebody come do something about this, like it's no reason that this block, like I know we in the hood, but it's no reason that this block shouldn't have no streetlights on. Like, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. So I'm riding down. So I turn my high beams on because I cannot see. Like, I can't really see nothing for real. So I got the high beams on. I'm just calling Quincy to let him know, like, this is us. So she like, we pulling up, but you're gonna have to come outside because your street don't have no lights on, so we can't see. So it's like while we was driving, I'm kind of driving a little slow that way I don't speed past the house. So while we driving, and he was just like, I can hear him like through the phone like, stop right there, stop right there, park right there. So I'm just like, okay. So I had kind of not jammed on my brakes, but I pressed my brakes or whatever. And it's like I could see somebody walking because when you got the phone up to your ear, if it's not all the way up there, it's like light. You can see the light of the phone. So I see somebody like coming down some stairs or whatever. I'm like, make sure I ask him, is this him on the like left of me, like on the left of a driver's side door? Like let me just make sure. So, like, I guess he could hear me too. So he like, yeah, this me, blah, blah, blah. Like, y'all go ahead and park. So we end up parking. So mind you, Quincy ended up walking over to the car. So because of how dark it was, I didn't even realize that he had his homeboy behind him because I couldn't really see. So, Quincy been down in the car, he's saying hey to Shauna, telling her like how good she look and all of that other stuff. So I'm just sitting there. He said hey to me, I said hey to him or whatever. So he was like, yeah, y'all can get out, y'all can come in. So we like, all right. So, I park my car, we get out. Next thing his homeboy come from like, not behind him, but he come up. He looking at me, y'all. This boy, when I tell you, he seemed so excited to see me. Like, he just knew, I don't know, like he already knew me or something. He looking at me, he like,
ooh, okay, man, Quincy, good looking out, man. You brought me a fine one. All right, like I see you. What's up, baby? My name.
uh, what's, King. Ain't that the other, P. Diddy's son? King Combs? Yeah, King. We're gonna say King. We just call him King. He's like,
My name King. Like I'm your new husband.
so I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I automatically started laughing because he just got so much energy, and I'm like, "You my new husband? You my husband? What's my name?
He my husband. What's my name?
I'm looking at him like, "Oh, you my husband? Okay." I'm like, "I didn't know you was my husband." So we like laughing and stuff. So I'm just like, "Yeah, okay, King. Well, I'm K." So he like,
See, it already go. King K. King K.
But mind you, at that time, it didn't rhyme like that. Like, say his name was like Brandon or something. It was like Brandon K. Brandon, like he still said it went together, but King and K kind of do go together. So that's crazy how that worked out like that. But he had a different name, but he still said that. And he like,
See, I like that. Like, in my last name Johnson, so you could be K Johnson. You see how that just go? You see how it just flow real nice?
so I'm laughing because I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, he was kind of cute and he was just making me laugh and he was just already goofy. And he already had like that bubbly, like goofy personality that I like. So I just knew he was gonna be funny. So I'm just cracking up, I'm laughing with him and stuff. So, you know, they tell us that we can go in the house. So we going in the house. They already had a bottle for us, but the bottle was closed. Like they unwrapped it or undid the plastic or whatever in front of us. So we go sit down and, you know, everybody just like kicking it for real. Like King is like on my body. Like I ain't even gonna lie, but he was cute. So it was just like, okay. But we over there talking. He just telling me how like he about to be my man and all this other stuff. So I'm just laughing with him. Like the vibes is good. We kicking it heavy, right? Everything going good. We end up taking shots with them. Like we just over there sipping. We playing cards, y'all. We playing Uno. All of that. Like the vibes was so good. We basically on this 2-man. So I know that's what they be saying. Like, come on a 2-man hunt with me, okay? But so we basically just over there kicking it.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name K Shine.
Why are you so oiled up like that? And why are you trying to have a bun like me? Just
shiny. Just my shiny nose.
Okay.
It's glared up.
All right. All right.
I want to show you what I can do with it.
No, bro.
Guys, look what I can do with my tongue.
Okay, go ahead. Nah.
Octopus. Octopus. Octopus.
Anywho, so yeah, so we just all kicking it. We having a good time, y'all. Like we literally talking about any and everything. We talking about. So let me. Okay, no, I ain't even gonna tell y'all that because I don't even feel like the controversy in my comments. So I'm gonna just leave it alone. But yeah, so we having a good time. We was there for a couple hours, like literally just chilling, YouTubers on, playing cards and drinking, right? So eventually we got hungry, y'all. So we like, you know, they asking us like what we want to eat and stuff like that. And me and Shauna like, we kind of really want Coney Island again. Because we love Coney Island. I love Coney Island, y'all. I love it still right now. To be honest, I kind of want some right now. Like, I want some corned beef egg rolls for real. But we like, well, we could do Coney Island. And, you know, Quincy was like, oh, yeah, you want to go back to our spot where we met at? How romantic would that be? Like, he said something along that lines. He didn't say the romantic part, but he said something like, you want to go where I first met you at? Like, our love story. He said something around, like, I don't remember it verbatim, but it was something like that. So Shauna was like laughing and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, we should go back. Like, let's go back to Coney Island and stuff. So we was just talking about going, but while we was talking about it while we was still playing the game of Uno. So, you know, we like, okay, after we finish this round, then we're going to leave out and go get something to eat. So we still playing Uno. We still just talking. While we was playing, I just happened to notice because it's like we always playing on a coffee table. I'm sitting on the couch and I'm facing like towards the dining room and kitchen. So I just kind of happened to notice like it was a whole bunch of empty liquor bottles like lined up on the dining room table. So, you know, I'm just being nosy and I asked, I'm like, you know, damn, y'all must have had a party or something because all these liquor bottles is lined up, right? So Quincy was like, well, yeah, we did throw a party here like a couple weeks ago because, you know, my boy King right here, he just got out. Excuse me, husband. Excuse me, Mr. King husband, sir. You never mentioned nothing about you was in jail. Like, if I'm your wifey for lifey, I think I should know about these type of things that you was in jail. So, you know, I asked him, I was like, oh, you just got out of jail? Like, you didn't even tell your wife that you just got out of jail, like, playing and stuff. And he's like,
well, we was gonna get there. We was gonna get there. I was gonna let you know that.
So I was like, when? When was you gonna let me know? He like,
after the babies, after we had the kids, then I was gonna let you know.
So, you know, we start playing. I'm like, see, this how you guys is. Like, y'all try to trap women. Then y'all want to start telling them y'all deep, dark secrets. Once y'all already trapped us with a ring or moving in or with babies or with kids and stuff. Next thing you know, y'all want to start spilling stuff out. Like, oh, now that I got you pregnant, let me tell you, I got a record. I got 2 kids on the way. I got this, and that. And I know a lot of y'all be like, oh, y'all should have seen the signs. Which sometimes it do be signs. But low key, people don't be showing you their true selves until after they done trapped you into some stuff. So I can't always blame the women. It be these men too, right? So we start talking about all of that, right? I just all sitting there laughing and playing. I'm just like, wow, I can't believe my husband is a criminal. Like, what did you do, babe? Like, let me find out that you done snatched the old woman purse and blah, blah, blah. Like, I was saying some real off the wall stuff too. I'm like, let me find out you done robbed the bank and blah, 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 and killed 4 people and all of this. And he just like,
I guess you don't need to find out then, huh?
wait, what? Cause the stuff that I was saying you was doing was pretty bad stuff, and you ha-haing it. You ain't saying no, I ain't do nothing crazy like that. You over here, you ain't go not a chuckle. I'm like, right, cause cause if I found out something like that, yeah, we would have to get a divorce, right, husband? Like we gotta get divorced. He like,
well, what you don't know won't hurt you, huh?
excuse me. I'm like, nah. So I'm like, so what did you do then? Cause you ain't really telling me. And he like,
I ain't about to tell you. You just said like you don't want to know nothing like that, so I ain't about to tell you.
so I'm like, well, which part? Cause I said something about robbing old ladies, robbing the bank, killing people. Which one you did? Like, hold up. What's going on? So I'm like, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it? Like, let me know, husband. And he like,
Well, it depends on what you think is bad.
you know what? I think I'm gonna go and get a divorce. Cause baby, yeah, see, you playing, and it makes me feel like you really was out here doing some shit. And if that's the case, baby, gotta let you go. So I'm taking heed to this. Like I'm listening, I'm just thinking about my head, like, y'all know when somebody fine, and it's a lot of good qualities about them, and it's like they always mess it up, saying like something dumb or doing something dumb. I feel like what you did. Cause like even though I was joking, it seemed like it's some kind of truth to the stuff that I was saying. And if you did any of those things, yeah, I kind of got a problem with that. Depending on what was the reason, but I don't know I don't know. I just didn't know. But he just kept joking around and felt like he wouldn't really tell me. Like he ain't about to tell me, I guess, that he done robbed 4 people. He ain't want to tell me. So I'm just looking like, so I'm like, I done kind of laughed it off. So, but he started telling me like,
But nah, for real, baby, I ain't do nothing I ain't have to do. But I'm really a good man at heart. So like, don't let that record. That ain't nothing.
your record ain't nothing. I'm like, nah, it's something, cause So I'm like, well, nah, like, how long did you do? And he like,
Now I only did about 7 years, nothing major. That 7 years was a breeze, man. That shit flew by.
I'm like, it flew by. I'm like, hell no, 7 years is a long time. And he like,
So you telling me like, me and you married, me and you already married. You feel me, baby? Like we already married. So you telling me like, if I had to go sit down for 7 years again, you wouldn't go hold me down?
baby, if you had to go sit down for 7 minutes, I wouldn't go sit down. I'm like, no. Like, nah. I'm like, first of all, it depends on where we at in a relationship. Like, if you my husband, I vowed, okay, through thick and thin. So that's a little bit different. But I'm like, if me and you just talking like how we is now, baby, you could tell me you about to go in for 6 months. And I'm going to do the dash on that ass. Like, I'm out of here. Jimmy Neutron got a blast. Like, what are you talking about? I'm about to hold a nigga down for what? Like, I don't even know you. So, I'm telling him, like, well, I don't really know you. So, it's just like, what am I holding you down for? And he like,
But that's how you gotta get to know me, babe. Like I'm telling you, like we gonna be locked in. So I'm not gonna lie, I do dibble and dabble in the streets. So if something happen, I need to know. Do you got my back?
and I'm like, right, babe. Like, I'm telling you right now, if something that was to happen, I ain't gonna have your back. Like, I'm trying to tell you. But because we all laughing, like, he just laughing with it, and he really thinking I'm playing. Baby, I ain't playing, baby. I ain't playing. So I'm really just like laughing with him, but I'm just like, no. So we got on that whole topic, and Quincy started asking questions, Shauna saying stuff. We all like, how they get to talking like, so you're not gonna hold your nigga down, and well, how long is too long, and this, and that, baby. And I'm like, and I just keep telling them like, it depends on where we at. Like, if you my husband, is different, but if we not together and we just dating, and that's a whole different story. And he started asking like, but what if I'm your boyfriend and stuff? And I'm like, it depends on how long. Like, baby, like, just please don't ask me questions that you don't want to hear the answers to, because I'm young, especially at that time. I'm young. I'm not holding no dude down. If you decide to go out in them streets and do crazy stuff, I'm not talking about, oh, somebody broke into your house and you had to do what you had to do. If you decide to run around in these streets and play these stupid games, then you're gonna get stupid prizes. And if you think I'm supposed to hold you down while you in your stupidity, I just feel like, no, bro. Like, cause the holding you down means, my thing is, it sounds good. Oh, I'm holding my nigga down, thick and thin, all of this other stuff. No, if you go sit down and you got to do a 10-year bid, your holding down is you want me to send money and not sleep with nobody else. That's the only thing y'all niggas care about. Like, them the only two things. Like, oh, be faithful to me, baby. And it's like, nigga, you not even faithful while you out here in these streets, but when you go to jail, you want me to be faithful to you. Like, what are we talking about here? Y'all just want to send money, somebody to talk to, and for us not to mess with nobody else. You chose to do whatever you chose to do to get you them 10 years to sit down. Now, baby, when you get out, maybe we can link back up. But while you up in there, I got a blast. Like, I'm not you. My whole 20s, you want me to let my whole 20s go, not messing or talking to nobody else, on the off chance that you get out in 10 years. And then who's to say that when you get out, you're not going to revert back to the same shit you was doing and maybe get caught again? I'm not living that life of crime, okay? Not me, not I, not she, okay? I don't have nothing to do with that. So I'm sorry, but to all my women out there that's strong enough to hold their man down, all power to you, my lovely ladies. We need women out here like y'all. We do. Like the world got to be balanced. We got to have people that don't and people that do. We got to balance out. So I'm not knocking nobody that do. I'm just telling y'all, I'm not holding nobody down. But if you hold them down, I love you, sis. So, I'm just telling him no. So he all laughing and stuff. We continue talking and stuff. Like, that night was fun. We did leave and end up going to go get Coney Island. And we came back and ate. We chilled some more. And then, like, we end up going home. That was a fun night, right? It was so much fun that, when you leave somebody, they'll be like, oh, hit me up. Like, we probably going to link tomorrow. All this other stuff. So I'm like, all right, bet. Because they was a vibe. So we go home and stuff. Me and Shauna do. And literally the next day, we make plans to link up with them again. We link up with them again. We kind of do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's probably repetitive, and y'all probably think like, damn, all y'all do is drink and stay in the house. Well, in the beginning stages, and when I was younger, that is a lot. That is like what I did. I'm not gonna sugarcoat and act like, oh, I was making niggas take me out on dates. Yeah, sometimes I would, but sometimes I did just want to chill and vibe out with somebody. So it just depends on what fucking day it is, I guess. So we did end up going over there and we was chilling with them. We did have a bottle, but we didn't drink as much as we did the night before. We kind of just sit this time and we were just over there kicking it. We over there kicking it, and at some point Quincy phone rung, and like, I guess it was it's both of their homeboys, but they called Quincy and they told Quincy like, blah blah blah, whatever they said on the phone, of course, because I don't know, but all I know is I guess they was calling to let them know like it was a kickback over at their house or some type of block party or whatever they said. Because when Quincy got off the phone, he was like, y'all want to ride over to my man's house, like we can go kick it over there? So me and Shauna, we down with the get down. So we like, yeah, we can go over there for a minute. Y'all would think at this point I have learned my lessons to like stop leaving my car places, but no, I haven't, because when you be with these hood dudes, you don't want to follow them around because they be bending all types of corners and stuff. I don't got time to be following them. For the most part, I just want to be a princess passenger or in the back seat. I don't want to have to worry about driving because it be just too much. So I did say I'll leave my car there and we could ride with them. Cool. We ended up hopping in the car with them. We head over to his man's house and stuff, and they just outside, like they was barbecuing a little bit in the backyard, but it was people that was just like in the driveway and in the front yard and kind of just like on the block. So we get out, we go on the porch with them, we chilling with them. Now we is kind of like more so taking more shots and stuff, kicking it. We kicking it over there. That day was smooth. Like, we are getting tipsy. We having a good time. At some point, y'all, these two people was arguing, right? These two people arguing, they getting loud, like they are literally having a screaming match. It's these two guys. And sometimes guys don't like to argue for too long. And not that I wanted them to fight, but it was just like, bro, they was arguing for so long that it's like either fight or just separate. Like, they were so loud that it was irritating. Like, bro, I'm tired of y'all yelling, calling each other pussy ass nigga, pussy bitch boy, pussy. Like, they kept saying the P word so much that I'm just like, bro, separate them. Like, and mind you, I think they knew them, but it was the people like that was across the street. So like they knew of them because they live across the street, but they couldn't tell them like stop arguing in front of their own house. Like, I don't know, they couldn't say nothing to them. So they just arguing. So we just on the porch watching them. But they just so fucking loud and it was just too much. And then both their girlfriends, I'm just assuming that the girls is their girlfriends. I don't know. But two girls end up walking up and they trying to pull both their boyfriends or man, whatever, back. But they keep snatching away from their girlfriends, going back on each other, and they just bumping each other. Just bumping each other like just on some like old head type stuff. Like they was older. They weren't no young boys. Like they was just on some old head type shit, bumping each other and stuff, arguing. I don't know if somebody called the police on them or on the fact that it was just like kind of like a block party going on. I'm not sure, but for whatever reason, like police cars started like riding down the block. Now, when you in the hood, police really like they ride around, but not for real. Like they don't ride around just like up and down every street, every block, like randomly. They don't do that. They might be on the main streets in the hood, but they don't just go riding through the hood. Like they don't know. So when we seen the cars coming riding through, we all, everybody looking like, what the fuck? Like what the hell 12 on? Like why is they riding through here or whatever? So we just kind of looking, but we didn't say nothing. Eventually them two, they like get separated and they like went into the backyard or some shit. Like they went somewhere because at this point it's getting dark. They end up separating or going to the backyard of each other. They end up separating and going into like the driveway or they own backyard. I'm not sure what these people did, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. All I know is they was out of sight and I didn't see them go like on their front porch or go in the house. Both of them went up their driveway. So I'm like, okay, maybe they're going to the backyard or going to their side door. I don't know what's going on, right? But it's like maybe like 20 minutes later, shots start ringing off, okay? So you already know what time it is. They're trying to get up out of here. The shots didn't seem super close, but they seemed like they was the next block over. Like, not our block, but the next block over. So they start going off. Everybody getting to scattering a little bit, but they not scattering too fast because like I said, the shots wasn't that close to us. When you hear it right next to you, everybody getting the hell on. But when they in the distance, when you in the hood, you so used to hearing the shots that you don't always run when you hear them. So some people was just saying like, it's time to get up out of here. Like they wasn't running away, but they like, oh man, they starting to shoot. Like we gone, bro. Like some people started leaving. So then we started hearing police sirens and stuff, and like they started getting closer and closer. So Quincy and King was right behind me and Shauna like on the porch, and King like kind of tapped Quincy like,
bro, like police about to start being over here. It's time for me to get up out of here.
So Quincy like, yeah, whatever, cool. So they all saying bye to their friends on the porch. We end up getting in the car. We get in the car. We get to the end of the corner, and it was like a whole bunch of police cars. Quincy like, yeah, man, it's too many police out here. Like, we gotta go. And he kind of like scurried off. So, Shauna looking at him like, bro, don't draw attention to us. Like, if you send us a lot of police cars, why would you speed off? Like, just drive normal. And Quincy was like, nah, like, just chill out. They look like they over there doing something else, so they ain't really worried about me. So Shauna just like, all right. So it's like Quincy, he didn't speed past them like super fast, but like, let's say if the speed limit was 35 down the street, he was at least going 45. Now that's 10 miles over, so that don't seem too bad. But it's like when you're in the area and the police want to find any reason to fuck with you, But I guess in Quincy mind, he figured that the police is occupied with something else. Not all of them, like, sometimes the police get carried away. It could be something very small and minor, and like 30 police cars will pull up, like, So we speed past them a little bit, and it's like as soon as we turned the corner, the police sirens was behind us. So at first Quincy like, be cool. Like, it probably ain't really nothing. Like, they probably just got their lights on because they was heading to the, the area where all of the police cars was at. So he thinking, like, they probably not worried about us. So he turned again to, like, in this gas station. Why they turned right behind us in the gas station. So he pulled up like he was about to get gas. The police pulled up right behind us. I'm like, oh my God, fuck. So Quincy opened up his door. So of course the police getting out like, put your hands up, like, don't get out, wait, all of this. And Quincy like, wait, what the fuck going on? I was about to get gas and stuff. So the police are being extra. So I'm like, oh my God. So the police like, put your hands up, I hear them saying whatever to them. So King in the front like,
fuck, oh my God, bro, it's over for me. I'm on probation. Like, I ain't got time for this.
But I'm looking at him because he talking, but he got his like hands out the window. So our window was never rolled down. So I'm like, I'm not about to move my hands. Like, I'm not about to touch nothing. But I'm sitting here thinking like, y'all know me, especially if y'all on my membership as well too. Y'all know people is known. And these hood dudes I mess with, they known for running out of these cars and leaving us behind. Like, every hood dude, they get pulled over, or even when they don't get pulled over, they always trying to run. So in the back of my mind, I'm just saying, thinking like, please don't take off running and leave us in this car, because I don't got time for this. Like, please just do not do that. I don't feel like running. I don't feel like being questioned by the police why you ran. I don't feel like that. But this time they didn't run, y'all. So the police end up, coming up to the car. They end up like, what's y'all names and stuff. So they ran Quincy name. They ran King name. I guess Quincy did have like maybe a record or something like that, but he wasn't actively like on probation or whatever. So he was good. They run King name. And of course, guess who just got out of prison a couple weeks ago and still actively on probation? King. So they come back and they arrest King, y'all. Mind you, they weren't even bothering us. Like, they asked our name and I was just like, Kay. Like, I literally did tell them my name was Kay. I didn't get them no last name or nothing. And they was just sitting there like, just like, okay. I'm like, Kay. Shauna like Shauna. But they was like more focused on the guys for whatever reason. So, when they came back, I feel like King already knew. King like, oh, okay, like, I already know what the drill is. Like, it is what it is, I guess, at this point. So they end up arresting them. They let Quincy go, but they took King. So we like, oh, man, like, he didn't even do nothing. But I know, I guess, like, when you're on probation, they could just take you because whatever. No communication, no contact with the cops, whatever. So we, they take King and they pull off. And, now we in the car. So Quincy just like, oh, like, nah, I gotta get him out. Like, we all just talking. We end up going back to his house. Shauna and him say his goodbyes. I'm thinking like, damn, not they got my husband. You know what I'm saying? But remember the talk we had? I told you I wasn't holding nobody down. So they end up taking him in. And I guess, like, I did know that they pat him down, but I never knew what they were saying to him when they pat him down, because they never told us to get out the car. They only had Quincy and King out the car, so we didn't really know what was going on for real. And I told y'all my window was never rolled down, so when he turned off the car, I couldn't roll my window down or nothing. So like, we was just like in the back seat trying to listen, but we couldn't really hear. So mind you, I guess King has some stuff on him or whatever. Because I'm thinking like, okay, if you violate probation, do you get more time? Like, I really didn't know what it was. All I know is he ended up getting time because of whatever they found on him and blah, blah, blah. Okay, but listen. Mind you, that very first night that me and King met, we did exchange numbers, right? Because, it was a vibe. So we exchanged numbers. So this night when he ended up going to jail and stuff, like we said about the Quincy, we go home. I'm not thinking much of it because what I'm supposed to do about King in jail? Like, this is only my second meetup. Like, I don't. And I'm gonna pray for your speedy getting outness. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna hope that you get out soon. I don't know, but like, it's not much that I can do. I just met you. Wish you well, my brother. So as time go on or whatever, Shauna and Quincy was still talking, and that's who ended up telling me like, oh yeah, I think King gonna be in for a minute because he did have some stuff on him or whatever. So she ended up telling me, I guess, the little bit that Quincy told her. So I was just like, oh dang. That's crazy. Like, well, all love to him, power to the people. But so I wasn't really tripping because it was like, it was a vibe while we was together. But what am I supposed to do now? So time go on, y'all. When I tell you like a month passed, I kept getting these unknown calls. So I'm not answering them because I'm thinking like, who the fuck calling me unknown and what's going on? Like, who the fuck is this? So it just kept calling. It kept calling. Like, it was frequently. Like, it's very rare that people call my phone unknown and call it no caller ID. And the fact that I kept getting these unknown calls like consistently, like constantly, I'm thinking like, okay, this got to be somebody that's really trying to get in touch with me. So like, after a couple days of getting those back to back, I like answered and I'm like, hello, who is this? And they like, yeah, hello, yeah, this is Jimmy. Yeah, this is Jimmy, and I was just calling. Like, is this Camden wife? So I'm just like, mind you, they didn't say Camden, but they said like a real name that could be for King. Like, if your name Brandon and they call you B-Rad or B or something like that, they had said like Camden, and is this Camden wife? So I'm like, what the fuck? Because mind you, at this point, yeah, me and King did that wifey hubby type thing for play, but like, I'm thinking somebody really calling looking for somebody's wife, and I ain't nobody wife. So I'm thinking like, no. I'm like, you got the wrong number, sorry babe, and I hang up. So like, I didn't get no more calls that day. Couple days go by again, they calling again. So I'm thinking like, bro, they must like, what's going on? So I'm like, hello, like, is you looking for somebody's wife? This is not nobody's wife. Like, you have the wrong number. I'm just a little girl. Like, what are you talking about, wife? And he like, no, like, oh, is this Kay? I'm like, yeah, this is Kay, but Kay ain't got no husband. So what are you talking about? So the boy, he like, again, my name Jimmy, like I'm Camden cousin. Yeah, like, he told me like this is, to call you like you his girl. So I'm like, Camden, what I forgot the full name I gave him for real. Camden, what I just say? I'm like, Camden, who the hell is Camden? I'm like, I don't know nobody named Camden. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. He like, he go by King, like King Camden, like his real name Camden, but he go by King. And I'm like, King? I'm like, why he got you calling me? What are you talking about? And he like, well, he said that you was his girl, he was just letting you know that he's still in jail, like, and he wanted me to call you, like, I need a three-way, you gonna be busy today? He want me to call you on three-way. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna be busy all day today, y'all. And I hang up. Because I'm thinking, like, why the fuck you got him? Like, didn't we have this talk that I wasn't gonna hold your ass down? Why do you have your cousin calling me? Like, what are you doing? So I hang up, y'all. The guy kept calling. I didn't answer no more. So I'm just like, what? Like, what is y'all doing? Like, what's... I end up calling Shannon. Huh? Yeah. So I ended up calling Shauna. I'm telling Shauna, like, do you know that this dude King got his cousin calling me from jail? Like, for what? Like, why is he doing that? So she like, oh my God, like, no way. Like, and I'm like, yes, girl, way. Like, you talking about no way? Yes, way. We just having a kiki about that. So I'm just sitting there like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, why is he calling me? So weeks went by, y'all. He's still, well, I'm going to say the unknown caller is still calling my phone. So I'm just like, okay, let me not answer. Let me not answer. Time go by. Somebody started calling my phone. It wasn't unknown no more. So I get a call from like a name, like it's an actual, phone number there. So I answer because I'm like, okay, who the fuck is this? So I answer and I'm like, hello. And King on the other line like,
babe, it's King. Like, hey, why you ain't been answering my phone? I had my cousin Jimmy call you.
so Jimmy on the three-way. So I'm like, why'd you call? What? So I'm like, because I don't know your cousin. Like, I barely know you. He like,
Babe, stop playing. Stop playing.
bae. Yeah, he wasn't even calling me bae when we met. Like, yeah, we was doing the fake hubby and wifey thing, but that was just for fun. Like, we wasn't calling each other bae. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I'm like, no, babe. Like, well, let me not say babe because I ain't say that then. But I'm like, no, King. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what's up? Like, why are you calling me out of all people? And he like,
No, for real, like, I need you to put some money on my books. Like, Jimmy said that all you gotta do is, like, you can actually send the money to him.
and then, like, he just started going. And I'm like, send him, wait, look, hold up. You see a bad bitch in there, man. What's the hold up? You see, I'm like, wait, hold up. I'm like, I'm not sending Jimmy nothing. Like, what are you talking about? Like, money on your, like, what? So I'm like, King, I just met you like the day before you got arrested. I don't know why you think I would put some money on your books or anything, but I'm not about to do that. And he like,
Bro, like, man, for real, baby, like, stop playing. Like, just put a few dollars. Like, my cousin Jimmy said just send it to him, but if you got cash, he'll come to your house and he'll pick it up.
I'm looking at the phone because who the fuck is he talking to? Y'all hung up that phone. But let me tell y'all, the killing part is, I'm going to tell y'all right now it's going to be a part 2. But that's only because that story time is so long. When I tell y'all, this dude King was so mad at me. Like, he held me up here. Like, I was really puzzled. Y'all, wait till I tell you what happened once he got out. Because, needless to say, I didn't answer none of them. I blocked that number that Jimmy, I guess that was his real like phone number. I blocked that number and I wasn't answering no block calls or caller unknown call. I wasn't doing none of that, okay? And best believe I ain't send no money. Now, like he never said nothing to Quincy, or if he did, Quincy never said nothing to Shauna because Shauna never came to me and said like, oh, Quincy said blah, blah, blah. But I never sent that man no money because why would I send him some money? Like, didn't we have a hypothetical discussion about this already, about me not holding somebody down? I guess you thought I was just playing. Like, why would I do that? I'm not sending you no money. But listen, like I said, wait till I tell the next part about when he got out, how he just he had such high standards for me about him going to jail, and he was really upset trying that I did not send him no money. And I'm just asking y'all, let me know in the comments, even if you was vibing with somebody, right, and y'all kicking it, and even in the 2 days you felt like y'all was real cool, the vibe was good, like you could see like you potentially dating him, and he go to jail, prison, whatever, would y'all put some money on his books? Let me know. Like, should I just put a few dollars, like a little 50 ball on there? Like, let me know. I'm not putting no money on this books because, nigga, I don't even know you. I don't even know your real name. I feel like if I don't know your full name, your birthday, your mama name, your daddy name, there's no way that I should be holding you down and putting money on your books because I don't even know you, sir. I don't even know you. But I'm going to tell y'all about that next time, okay, later down the line. Because, baby, when he got out, I could see why he was in jail in the first place. Because nigga's crazy, okay? But yes, y'all, that is the end of my story time. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure you thumbs up this video, comment down below, and double check to make sure you are subscribed. Yeah, I'm starting to think y'all giving like hater vibes that y'all not subscribe to me. Like, what's that about? You know, what's tea? But y'all already know. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.